A very good day to all of you. Today I will talk about the poem Night of the Scorpion. It's a beautiful poem written by Nissim Ezekiel. He is a remarkable Indian English poet. So Nissim Ezekiel, he was a Jewish poet, playwright, editor, and an art critic. I'm going to tell you something about the poet in brief. So, he was born in Mumbai, and his early education it was it was he had his early education in Mumbai. So he contributed to Indian English writing, and he also received Sahitya Academy Award in 1983 for his poetry collection Latter Day Slams. So Nissim Ezekiel, as I have told you, he is a remarkable Indian English poet. So today we will read the poem Night of the Scorpion. So Night of the Scorpion, uh, it's a beautiful poem, and we will start reading the poem. I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. 10 hours of steady rain had driven him to crawl beneath a sack of rice. Parting with his poison flash of diabolic tail in the dark room, he risked the rain again. The peasants came like swarms of flies and buzzed the name of God 100 times to paralyze the evil one. With candles and with lanterns throwing giant scorpion shadows of them on the mud baked walls. They searched for him, he was not found. They clicked their tongues. May he sit still, they said. May the sins of your previous birth be burned away tonight, they said. May your suffering decrease the misfortunes of your next birth, they said. May the sum of all evil balanced in the unreal world against the sum of good become diminished by your pain. May the poison purify your flesh of desire and your spirit of ambition, they said. And they sat around on the floor with my mother in the center, the peace of understanding on each face, more candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insects in the endless rain. My mother twisted through and through, groaning on a mat. My father, skeptic and rationalist, trying every curse and blessing, powder, mixture, herb, and hybrid. He even poured a little paraffin upon the bitten toe and put a match to it. I watched the flame feeding on my mother. I watched the holy man perform his rites to tame the poison with an incantation. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. My mother only said, "Thank God the scorpion picked on me and spared my children." So, we will examine the poem, and uh, we will try to find out the peasant's response, the father's response, the holy man response, and in the last, the mother's response. We will discuss the style of writing. So, first of all, let me tell you, it's a narrative poem, as it's in the form of narration telling a story, and it's written in first person. When you see the poem, I remember. So, it's written in the first person and it makes the action real. The poet's role as an observer and participant in the action. So, the lines, if you see the lines, you will find that the lines are of irregular length. There is an absence of rhyme and meter, and the lines run on and do not end with the usual full stop. So I have told in my earlier videos, that when the lines do not have a kind of fixed stop, it's called enjambment. So then there is a use of freestyle and colloquial manner. Then there is a repeated use of indirect image. We can see an imagery, and there are the poem is loaded with similes, metaphors, alliteration. We can also find repetition. And the scorpion in the poem, the scorpion is described as very strong and powerful, and the peasants, the villagers, they are described as weak and helpless. Notice, if you will see, notice the repetition. They said. So they said in the line 17, 20. So these they clicked, they said. So these lines suggest this is the repetition, and the poem talks about the superstition of peasants. So the poem is talking about the superstitious ideas that the peasants are putting forward, and the peasants are still holding weight to these superstitious idea, and these religion, they are very blind to religion. And they are coming like the swarms of flies, they are buzzing the name of god 1,000 times. They threw giant scorpion shadows on the mud baked walls, and they are clicking their tongues. And what is the father doing? The father is trying both. He is applying powder, mixture, herbs, paraffin. He is cursing. He is applying curse also. He is applying blessing. And so, what do the action of the father portray? So, the action of father portray that he was a very kind of rationalistic type of person. What is rationalist? A rationalist believes problem can be solved logically and scientifically. So the poet talks thinks uh, scorpion is powerful and strong, while the peasants are weak and helpless. As father is rational, and the mother, she is very kind, she is very loving. So we can see, contrast the strength of feeling that is expressed in the last three lines with the rest of the poem. So who is stronger character, the poet's father or the mother? So we will find that the mother presents the Indian motherhood, Indian love. A mother loves her children so much that she thinks that she thanked God. At the end of the poetry, she thanked God that the scorpion bit me and spared my children. If you read the poem, you will find, my mother only said, thank God, the scorpion picked on me and spared my children. So this line, it talks about the love of mother. Read the line, my mother only said, thank God, the scorpion picked on me and spared my children. So this line suggests Indian motherhood. So the main features of this poetry, it is about Indian motherhood, and as well as the superstition. These are most common theme of this poetry. So I hope you will go through the poem, and if you find some problem, you can comment me. Okay, thank you.